Okay. Ita Mkskanatani. Good morning. It is, what, just after 10 o'clock in the AM on Saturday, October 14th, 2023, at the beginning of the first winter lunar cycle, Itaotstoi, when the cold arrives. And Kris and I decided to come up for the morning into the mountains. We are in Waterton National Park, Waterton Lakes. This is Red Rock Canyon. Probably obvious why they call it that. It's a very, very cool, like, scenic place. Had a big fire here a few years back, and so a lot of how it used to look is, you know, it looks very, well, it still looks very, what would you call it, brown. But we're going to take a walk. We're going to explore the park a little bit today and just have some fun. We've got Taylor with us because we didn't want to leave her at home. It's one of my dog boards, and she's very young and lots of energy and likes to chew stuff. So better to take us with us. Which direction should we go? We got three ways. This loop, I think, is only like less than a kilometer. So let's see, what's the snowshoe loop? Or if it's even a loop. Oh, that's quite a ways. Well, we can just go up and come back down wherever.
I have no problem.
I don't think we want to walk, like, how far is that? Like 4? Oh, sorry, Taylor. Did I step on your poor paw? Oh, 4.5, 2.5, 7, 8, 9.5, 14. Yeah, this could be like 20-kilometer loops.
Oh, that's too small.
we just
15, 10.
We just go up a little ways. It is that kind of like the time of the year where bad bear encounters happen.
Come on.
You know, especially if you're around a food area for them, hey? But yeah, just the other week, up in Banff, a couple from Lethbridge got bear eaten. So
I didn't know they're from Lethbridge.
Yeah, they were from Lethbridge. Goodness. Yeah, them and their dog, all three of them. So yeah, you gotta be alert to that kind of stuff this time of year. But anyway, a little hike in the mountains. It's okay. Come on, Taylor.
I am.
Well, you might as well. Yeah, it's what it's about anyway. Yeah, we stopped to pick a little bit of kinnick.
Don't say.
Kris is just gonna leave an offering. She doesn't want you to know what it is because we forgot tobacco. Yeah, this kinnick is shit. What's it called in Blackfoot? Why am I not? My mind is not coming up with it.
I don't know. I can't remember.
I'll draw it up at some point here. But anyway, it's a mix to put in with tobacco, and it's very abundant here in Waterton and in the mountains. It doesn't make an impact for us to pick some of it. Some things in the park are they get pretty bent if you're picking them. Kinnick isn't really one of them. This Taylor is right enjoying the walk. She's been staying with me 5 days a week, and she runs around the backyard. I don't really walk her much though. I probably should sometimes. See, there's more kinnick growing right along. Pretty much when you have these kind of exposures, hey? Short grass. Pretty nice scenery.
Start yelling.
We're just in kind of this area surrounded by mountains. There's a creek or there's water running over there that we've been following the whole time. But somewhere up on this hill, we just heard a something. It might have been Bigfoot. I don't know. It was like a crack, eh?
Yeah.
But like a weird crack, like a purposeful kind of crack, not just a branch break or, you know. I don't know how to explain it. Almost like a rock hitting another rock, maybe. Or something like that. It's not a usual sound.
Telling you make noise.
Taylor's still going strong. We are working up an appetite for lunch. Yeah, here's finally getting a kind of a look at the creek that we've been following along. I've been waiting for our trail to meet up with the creek, because one of the really cool things up here in the mountains, this high up, is that there's really no beaver works and stuff. So you're not at much risk for giardia or anything. They can drink right from the water.
Okay, look in the hobbit, please. Come on.
Our trail has become a bit more narrow.
Yes.
Less established. Don't really know at what point we should turn back.
Whatever.
We got other parts of the park to explore too. Oh yes, look at that. Taylor had picked a mushroom and she wouldn't let it out of her mouth. And I'm just hoping it's not a bad mushroom. I don't know what that species is, but she was carrying it and wouldn't let us pry it out of her mouth. And I didn't really want to sleeper hold her. I was just waiting for her to do that, where she let it down. So, but hopefully she got animal sense and wouldn't be eating a poisonous mushroom.
That moved by itself.
It did. That's odd. We just
Getting spooked.
we just stopped to look at these digs. Something's digging in here. I don't know who it is. Does it look like they pulled roots? Possibly. Yeah, I don't know. But something's digging along here.
Branches moving by themselves.
Branches moving by themselves. Weird sounds coming from the hills around us. Yeah. No, it's just very isolated out here in the mountains. There's like, we haven't seen anybody yet. the whole time we've been walking the trail, and I'm thinking, how far do you think we went?
I don't know, 3, 4?
Yeah, I'm thinking like 3, somewhere like that. 3 kilometers in. So we're finally seeing a little bit of wildlife up here in the mountains. We got a couple of chickadees and a downy woodpecker following us along the trail now. And they act like they're finding food right here, but really they're checking us out. If we had something to offer them, they would they might come to us. Yeah, come to think of it, that sound we heard before could have been a Sasquatch hand clap.
Right.
Because it was pretty distinct. Imoyitapi, the hairy one. Yeah, they're just following us, these birds. We're probably the most interesting thing going on now. By the way, for the co-authoring members of the channel, I need new questions or quests. Seen Aaron a week or so ago, and he was thinking, because I was talking to him, telling him about how we'd recently gone out to this site known in English as Majorville, and 2.5 kilometers to Goat Lake.
She's pulling this.
What should we do? Do we want to go to Goat Lake or keep exploring this way, or go back and go see other lakes? I don't know. What do you feel like doing?
Don't matter.
Kind of tempted to go to this Goat Lake because at least it's a something to kind of see.
Come on, Taylor.
But it looks like we're going to be doing some climbing.
When's gonna learn to bed?
I can't promise nothing. So yeah, the co-authoring members of the channel send me questions. Aaron has suggested I go to Majorville, and I think we're kind of running into the season when we can't do that, because since I met with him, it's pretty much been wet and stuff, and that site becomes really inaccessible when it's wet. So I don't know about that until maybe summer at this point, but there are other, like it's a medicine wheel site. There are other sites like that, that I could go take the camera to. But yeah, I need more stuff from you guys, and then.
What about scorpions? You were talking about the scorpions?
Oh yeah, scorpions. Oh yeah, trying to find scorpions with the black light.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another
Cool.
summer project that you can potentially do in Lethbridge. So there are some scorpions around, but yeah. And then anyone else, if you've been following the channel for a while, you like my channel, please consider becoming a member, because like even at the low level of membership, it's just like less than $3 a month, and I can use the help because, you know, like I have that whole winter season without much wildlife work to do. But for me to stay available for wildlife work, I have to make it pan out anyway. So any help I can get is very helpful. And you get access to like private videos and stuff like that. So anyway, just a little plug for the channel too. Heading to Goat Lake. I definitely chose a challenging trail. It's been steeply inclined since we got on, but sure has given us a view. It's going to take us between the mountains here to somewhere where the glacier water pools and sticks around the year. It's probably called Goat Lake because the mountain goats go up there, you know. Been seeing lots of different plants and stuff along the way. Well, lots of these snowberries and stuff, of course, but also like this Oregon grape. That's edible when its fruits are around. Seeing lots of bear grass. This is like wild strawberries right here. There's been a few little flowers and stuff. I think I saw some bluebells, but most everything is definitely well played out for the year. Oh, it's a climb. Tail is starting to slow down even. Yeah. So this plant here is one of the plants that I was waiting to bump into up here. This is fernleaf desert parsley. Hey. Jeez, Taylor. Fernleaf desert parsley, in Blackfoot, known as omachkas, and this is one of the sacred plants. The root originates in a story about a woman who married a star. Oh, I should wait right here too, because there's another thing I got to show you.
Can I hold it?
I'll be okay, I think. Okay. I just want to show this plant here real quick since I've seen it, because this is the only example I've seen of this on the way too. Well, there's another one, but in a lot of the Blackfoot ethnobotany literature, this plant here, which is balsam, arrowleaf balsam root, is listed as omachkas, and it's confused for this plant, for the fernleaf desert parsley. That's the real omachkas. The real name for this one in Blackfoot is bonokaki, and it's related to another story, but it also has to do with the Okan, which the elk story and such, which was an earlier thing than the woman who married the star. But yeah, the woman who married the star was taught root digging by the moon, because she was living with the sun and the moon and their boy, and she was taught root digging, but she was told never to dig that particular root, and she wasn't really explained why, but she was just told never to dig that one, and that was, and it was impressed on her by the moon, you know, for real, never dig that. And then one day she was out digging roots alone without the moon, and she got curious and she tried to dig that root, and her digging stick just got caught in it. Like when she put it in the ground, became like Excalibur. She couldn't move it, you know. It was stuck there. And then she started crying, and a couple of cranes came and to help her, and they dug out the root. But when the root came out, it left a hole in the sky so that Sawatsaki, that tail feathers woman, could see back down to earth and see the camps of the people and stuff. And she got homesick, and as soon as she came back from that digging expedition, as soon as the moon saw her, she knew what had happened, and she told her son that you know, Sawatsaki was forever gonna be homesick from then on, so he better just send her home. So they sent her home with she had a child up there, so she brought her child home, her digging stick, that root, which she became the moon told her to use that as her smudge, and she was gonna run the oak on ceremony that already existed and add some things, sun and moon stuff, to it. And she was let back down to earth on a spider web. And then once here, you know, she told her story and nobody believed her. They kind of thought, yeah, right, you married a star, you probably just ran off with some guy from somewhere else and he threw you out. Now you're coming back. Like, the moon just gave you a juniper wreath, that's all, you know, and a stick. You know, they didn't believe her. But the people with beaver bundles, who are actually the ones that can create new things in the system, believed her, and they validated her by transferring her the elk head dress to use and run the ceremony. And in return, she gave the beaver bundle the root of that plant to use as the winter smudge, you know. And so now that we've gone into winter, because I still am give me a beaver man, that's what I should be using as my smudge. So I've been wanting to come up to the mountains, you know. Anyway, there's a story for you. Yeah, I don't know quite what I got us into, but it is nice to have someone to come on a hike like this with. Check it out. This is that Kinnikinnick I was talking about earlier, and I remembered its Blackfoot name, Gaksin. Gaksin. I'm gonna wait for Kris so I can remind her, because we were both trying to figure it out. You know, she speaks some decent Blackfoot too, but you know, if you don't use it, you lose it. It's getting a little bit windy. We're just following this crag up between the mountains here, and no doubt the source of the waterfall back here is the goat lake we seek. There's Kinnikinnick again. I remember this name.
What is it?
Gaksin. Right? You doing all right?
Yeah.
Whew. Well, luckily.
I was almost falling.
Yeah, you wear your nursing shoes mountain climbing. Well, like I should talk. I got sandals. But, what was I gonna say? I can't remember. Yeah, I think we're almost through the gap. Getting pretty windy now though. And Taylor and I got somewhat ahead of Kris. Just kind of waiting for her to catch up. Yeah, we made it over the little saddle. Now just kind of following the creek to the lake. I don't know how much further it is in here, and kind of in some time jeopardy because I have an obligation tonight to go and judge at the Rumble in the Cage fights. But that's not till 7. But I am watching the clock at this point because we're getting to the point where we have to turn around if it's too much further. I think we're almost there. Yeah, look at this. It's going to open up. Oh yeah, let's get a drink. Good idea, Taylor. Good idea. I'm going to do the same thing. Time to get a drink. That's right good. Yeah, it looks like it's going to open up to the lake right here, hey?
Yeah.
Maybe it won't open up to the lake right here. Unless this is the lake right here. Which it could be. Yeah, I think it is. I think this is Goat Lake. Maybe they call it Goat Lake because you have to be part mountain goat to get up here. Yeah, go across the bridge. Let's go across the bridge. Yeah. Yeah, walk across the bridge.
She's scared.
Go, go. Well, I'm going. You take the water.
Come on, Taylor.
Come on, Taylor.
Come on. Come on.
The water won't hurt you, but neither will the bridge. See? You can do it.
She's scared.
Everybody's had their challenges today. Right, starting with the Bigfoot clap. Oh. All right, I see the lake. Wow. Wait, check it out. This opening right here. This is like right beautiful. Yeah, this is the spot for the thumbnails and the selfies and all that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Right? Yeah, pretty cool. And cold water. Drag the kayak all the way up here. Yeah. I don't know.
We'll be sliding down the hill, down the mountain.
Well, that was a pretty cool hike. I've never done that hike. Wrap around me 50 times. What's up here, Taylor? Doing the wraparound. Oh. Goat Lake. Black goat. 217 or 2017 meters. All right, we did it.